All right, day 6 recap. Big day today in Paris, where we did a lot of Paris firsts for us today. So spent a lot of time in the Louvre.
Like 4 hours.
Yeah. Not to mention the time we spent in the grounds and stuff around it before. And we walked through that north side of the Seine River area in Paris to went down to the Ile de la Cité, the island in the River Seine where the oldest part of Paris is, which was also cool. So, and a lot of other stuff. But
You're so tired.
I am tired. I know. I'm like
talking like a robot.
I know. I'm like fading out here. So how did our day start, man? You bring me back to the beginning.
We kind of slept in.
That was
and then
nice.
we kind of took our time, and then we went down to the cafe, and I got a hot chocolate and croissants and omelette.
We had our first petit dejeuner. With orange juice and yeah.
Then we walked down to where the Louvre was, we got there and we still had like an hour before we could even go in, and so I was like, well, I wanted to eat more food because I don't know, we're not in Paris for that long, and I want to go eat more food. Like
I did too.
I'm seeing everybody just walk around with like baguettes in their hand, like, and I'm just like, oh, I just want.
Plus, we knew we were going to walk a ton today, and we know we're walking 500 miles over the next month.
So we went down to this section by the Louvre, and it was almost like a small like Japanese like Japanese Korea town, and we walked into this one.
And it was just a small, it was like 2 streets. It was just like, and I don't even know, we just accidentally ran into it.
It was like a French-Japanese crossover restaurant, or bakery.
Boulangerie.
So he got yuzu cheesecake, which was bomb. It was like a little like...
It's the best piece of cheesecake I've ever had.
Cheesy. It was the...
French accent.
The crust was... ooh... I don't know.
It was like a graham crackery, buttery, crunchy, and soft at the same time. It was really good.
It was probably the best cheesecake either of us.
And the texture was so like it was like dense but fluffy. It was like I know that's like. Anyways, it was so good, and a hint of like lemon. We thought too. It was so good, really good cheesecake.
Lemon? I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyways,
who knows?
And then we got an apple cinnamon beignet,
which was...
It's good. The dough was good. I'm not a baked apple lover. I don't love like apple pie and that stuff, but Dad does, so he thought it was really good.
Yeah, I can't wait to bring...
It's not my favorite, just the apple part, but the
I can't wait
part.
to bring Kristen back here and get her, because I know she loves apple cinnamon. It was like, I don't know. It was like the best... It's like a filled donut, but it was 100 times. It was awesome. It was so good.
Anyways, then I also got from there. They had because I was feeling something savory, and then so I got this ongiri tone mayo, which was I forget. There's like an actual name for them, but it was like it's
a rice ball. It's a seaweed
wrapped in seaweed, and there's rice and salmon, like tuna salad, but with salmon in it. And that was really good. That hit the spot.
I was not hungry at that point, and I really wasn't feeling something savory.
I ate the whole thing.
And, well, you didn't eat the whole thing. I had a couple bites. It was good, and I didn't feel like eating. It was like, I would definitely get one of those. Tomorrow. I would go back and get one.
Anyways.
So, they had some other little plates there, too, that looked good, but yeah, that was fun. Fun little random find. We lucked out. So, then we went back to the Louvre.
And we saw Mona Lisa... The Oath of Hirati.
The Oath of the Hirati, yeah.
And
tons of awesome sculptures. We forgot to go see Venus de Milo.
Yeah.
Oh well. Means we got to come back.
But to be honest, the way it's set up, you can't like, I don't know, there was one point where we like felt like we have like a flow going and we could get to all the rooms. Yeah. Then we tried to go back to this one area and you couldn't go back, and then when we tried to go out, there was only an exit, so we kind of like had to go out.
Yeah. There's a flow to things generally, but there's a couple places in the Louvre that
it was just like hard
it's a little
to
bit
navigate,
confusing.
and we were already there for 4 hours, and we were like, Because we're coming back anyways.
Yeah, we're going to come back someday.
I'll
so
see Venus de Milo. She's not going anywhere. She's a statue.
Yeah. Tons of cool pieces of art.
We saw Mona Lisa.
And at the end,
Did I say that already?
Yeah. There was this... at the end there was this section that was started more recently, like in the 90s, where they had African and Indonesian and Asian and Polynesian and South American, North American art pieces, because they hadn't really had any of that before in there, like from Native American tribes or Native Polynesian art, Native Indonesian art, and there was some really cool things in there, like really just interesting, intricate.
They had a lot of cool stuff from like the Phoenicians. I like that.
Oh,
section.
that was
like,
cool.
They had,
that
like,
was awesome.
On a sarcophagus, they had like the longest Phoenician inscription ever found.
Yeah,
which was cool.
And the
can,
Sumerians
and, like,
and Mesopotamian stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff that we saw today, and I think we walked like 4 or 5 miles at least that's what my watch said, like just inside the museum. It was crazy.
Then we got out. I was feeling hungry.
We both were feeling hungry, but we walked through first because I wanted to see
Tuileries Gardens.
The Musée de l'Orange on the other end of the Tuileries Gardens. There's this museum where you can see Monet's huge water lily murals, but there was a huge long line there, so we just walked through the gardens, which are beautiful, a wonderful walk, and then we found a place to eat.
Yeah,
and went.
And it was good.
It was good. It was good. I got a.
That one bakery was so good. It was hard to after go to that place.
It was good. We got steak frites, which was good. It was solid. We enjoyed it. Come on, Paris, first time you got to get some steak frites. And we got this beef bourguignon, which I think many didn't love, thought it was okay, but I thought it was really good. I totally enjoyed it. So, and then... then we walked to
McDonald's.
No, that was at the very end. We walked to the Ile de la Cité, where Notre Dame and Sainte Chapelle.
And we hopped off the bus to go see Notre Dame, and I see this lady walk by, and I'm like, oh yeah, and it's Alexandra Daddario, and I pointed at her, and I was like, Dad, that's Alexandra Daddario, and he doesn't know who that is.
I have no idea who that is.
I've just been watching True Detective, and she's in that show, and and
my boys knew who she was because she was on Percy Jackson.
Yeah,
right?
She's on Percy Jackson. She's Annabeth in Percy Jackson too. And then, so then I looked her up, and she posted like 4 hours ago, like she was in Paris, like out in front of the Eiffel Tower. So for reals, was her. I was right.
So men geeked out for about 5 minutes about that, and texted all our friends that she had seen her. And honestly, I didn't even see her face or her. You just pointed that direction and said that was so and so. So funny.
That was her.
I couldn't even tell you what she looks like.
With her new hubby. Oh, it's so cute.
Romantic. C'est romantique. So yeah, and then after we went and saw Sainte Chapelle on the island of Paris in the Seine, the oldest part of Paris. So we saw the Conciergerie, the old palace. We saw the Notre Dame, which is tons of reconstruction going on there, obviously, after that fire. And then we went home, trying to find a bottle of water, past the McDonald's. Got a couple of Coke Zeros and split an Oreo McFlurry.
But it was like fancy
with
McFlurry.
Choco. What was the sauce?
Choco nuts.
Choco nut sauce. So, kind of a chocolatey Nutella-y kind of, but not Nutella. It was a little different. But
yeah.
Anyways, that was the interesting end to our big day, fun day, good stuff. Cool. So tomorrow, a little more Paris, and then we fly from Paris.
Mostly just food, I think.
Mostly just food.
I just want to eat.
I won't argue with you. I'll go right along with that. So
girls gotta eat.
Girls gotta eat. Got 500-mile walk ahead of her. So then we're flying to southern France, to Biarritz, and to Bayonne to get ready for our last day of preparation and stuff like that before we start the Camino de Santiago. So, anyways, awesome. We will check in with everyone tomorrow.
Bye.